Here's why I think Chet Holmgren will win the 2024 Rookie of the Year. Coming into the 2023-2024 NBA season, Victor Wembanyama is perhaps the most hyped rookie since LeBron James. And after being drafted to one of the all-time great organizations in the San Antonio Spurs, Wemby will come into the season with expectations to win Rookie of the Year while contributing to the Spurs having a much better season than last year. But after missing what should have been his rookie year during the 2022-2023 season, I think Chet Holmgren is in prime position to run away with this season's upcoming Rookie of the Year award. But before I discuss my expectations of Holmgren, I'm just going to take a look at some of the few elite prospects who came into the league who missed their rookie seasons. First, we have to go all the way back to 2009. In 2009, Blake Griffin was selected with the first overall pick after a stellar college career at Oklahoma University. In this draft, he was generally the consensus number one pick, but it's crazy to look back and see some of the guys taken after him, like James Harden at 3, Stephen Curry at 7, DeMar DeRozan at 9, and even Drew Holiday at 17. And in a redraft, Curry and Harden would certainly be the top 2 picks, and a case can be made for DeRozan also being selected over Griffin, but at the time he was highly touted. Anyway, Griffin would go on to miss the 2009-2010 NBA season with a broken kneecap. And Tyreke Evans would then go on to win Rookie of the Year in 2010 over Harden, DeRozan, and Curry, but at the time it was well-deserved since he averaged 25-5 as a promising young guard. During the 2010-2011 season, Griffin came into the league technically as a rookie. But the truth is, a year off with NBA trainers and being around NBA personnel can give so-called rookies like Griffin an advantage over actual rookies who are just getting to the league, like guys that year such as John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, and Paul George. And long story short, Griffin ran away with the 2010-2011 Rookie of the Year award. That season, he carried a streak of 27 straight double-doubles, which is the longest rookie double-double streak since 1968. He also set the Clippers franchise record for points in a game with 47, and he also became the first rookie since Allen Iverson to have 2 40-point games in a season. He was also selected as an All-Star during his rookie season, and he went on to win the dunk contest with the famous dunk over the Kia. He ended the season leading all rookies in points, rebounds, and double-doubles, and was selected as the first unanimous winner of the Rookie of the Year award since David Robinson. And this rookie season was so good that the Clippers would eventually trade for Chris Paul in the offseason because they believed that with Griffin's promise and Paul's elite play as a floor general, the Clippers could break their curse and win a title. And we all know how that turned out for the Lob City Clippers, but the point is, this was one of the most stellar rookie seasons in NBA history. But there's no telling if Griffin would have had such a dominant rookie season if he played during the 9-10 season, because he certainly wouldn't have been able to be around NBA personnel and gain NBA knowledge and experience being around professionals. So in a way, I think he benefited from missing his true rookie season. Next, we jump to the 2 former teammates of Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, who both missed their rookie seasons. Joel Embiid was selected with the 3rd pick in the 2014 NBA draft after Andrew Wiggins and Jabari Parker, who both had incredible hype all throughout high school and college. And coming into the league, Embiid was known more as a defensive big who could become elite if he developed his offense. But unfortunately, Embiid would miss his first 2 seasons with foot injuries. When he did debut during the 16-17 season, Embiid looked matured with an incredible and well-developed offensive game which we hadn't seen much of while he was at Kansas. And Embiid would go on to win Rookie of the Month in the East for the first 4 months of the season, but his season would again be cut short due to injury. And he would finish the season with averages of 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks while clearly looking like the best rookie out there. But unfortunately, since he only played 31 games this season, the Rookie of the Year award would go to Malcolm Brogdon, but the consensus was that Embiid looked like the best rookie in the league, and he was rewarded by being named to the All-Rookie First Team. In this situation, again, I want to emphasize how good Embiid looked on offense compared to his college career. And these new offensive skills were certainly able to be honed while he missed the first 2 years of his career and practiced against NBA bigs and soaked up info by being around professional NBA players and staff, as opposed to the rookie bigs from the 2016 draft such as Domantas Sabonis and Pascal Siakam, who would only become elite years later. Now, Ben Simmons was taken as a number 1 overall pick in 2016 after his one-and-done season at LSU, and at the time this was a no-brain pick because Simmons was known as the guy who would be the next LeBron James. And with his athleticism, defensive prowess, and court vision at 6'10", this comparison wasn't far-fetched at the time, although Ben Simmons' motor had always been a cause for concern. And we all know how this story went. Simmons would miss his rookie year with a broken foot, and Malcolm Brogdon would win Rookie of the Year over his teammate Joel Embiid, who debuted that year. The following season, however, Simmons would average 16, 8, and 8 with defensive capabilities which are well beyond his years, and he would beat Donovan Mitchell out for Rookie of the Year due to his great all-around abilities. And this year I argued that although Simmons may have been the better overall player, Mitchell should have won Rookie of the Year because he took over a Jazz team which had just lost his star in Gordon Hayward, who signed with the Boston Celtics, and he managed to keep them afloat as they even made the playoffs and eliminated the OKC Thunder led by Russell Westbrook and Paul George. But even so, Simmons winning Rookie of the Year made sense as he looked like he was really going to turn into a newer version of LeBron James with his all-around abilities and knack for picking up triple-doubles, even just as a rookie. But again, we all know how the story turned out as Simmons would continue to play well enough for the next few years to make some all-star teams and some defensive teams, but he would never take that jump to being LeBron. And now with all of his confidence gone, we're waiting for him to return to some form of this version of Ben Simmons. Now you'll see that these three players I mentioned all benefited from missing their actual rookie years because they were able to soak up NBA knowledge from their NBA peers. And for those reasons, I think that CHET Holmgren has a great chance to steal this year's Rookie of the Year award from Victor Wembanyama. It's safe to say that Holmgren and Wembanyama are both going to come into the league with expectations to continue evolving the center position. And with Holmgren having the advantage of having a year to grow more into his NBA body and practice with NBA talent, he will likely come into the NBA season with more confidence and more refined skills than Wemby. In fact, in the 4 Summer League games which Chet played, he basically looked like a man amongst boys. And that isn't just because of his 7'1" frame which allows him to tower over almost everyone on the court, no. Chet really looked like a more put-together version of the player he was at Gonzaga. He looked like he had put on some muscle and his movements on the court were fluid, not to mention the fact that he was putting on a defensive clinic. And in his 4 games in the Summer League, Holmgren averaged 16 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 3.5 blocks per game, while shooting 49% from the floor. And these numbers don't even truly encapsulate just how polished Holmgren looked. But aside from the eye test, another reason why I think Chet can steal the Rookie of the Year award this year is the fact that he'll be joining a team which is poised to make a run at the playoffs. Chet will be coming back to a team with the young star in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who just averaged 31 points last year and made All-NBA First Team. And the team also has Jalen Williams, who will be heading into his second year, who is a promising young forward who almost made a real push for the Rookie of the Year award during the second half of last season. And additionally, they have Josh Giddey, who at 6'8" is developing into one of the best all-around offensive guards in the league, who also dominates the stat sheet and can rack up triple-doubles. And again, if we just go down the list of the rest of the Thunder roster, we'll see so many promising young players like the two-way beast Lou Dort, the other Jalen Williams, Alexei Pokusevski, and Keontae Johnson, just to name a few. And after having a play-in appearance last year, these young guns will come into the season with experience in playing high-level basketball. And this team is so young, we can only expect each player to come in better than last year. So if Chet Holmgren can come in and fit into that starting center role and showcase the offensive and defensive abilities that we saw from the Summer League, the success of the Thunder might be the deciding factor in Chet stealing the Rookie of the Year award, since Vic and the Spurs will probably be a lottery team again this year. Now let me know what you guys think about the Rookie of the Year race this upcoming season. Leave a like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.